accessing Facebook and other sort of regular social networking sites, not doing their work. So we did an analysis on who's accessing what site for how much time, and how much are people actually accessing on the intranet and email. We found a lot of wastage of time on the outside and not much productive happening. So we've shut down those links through technology tools and stuff.
So you can't access Facebook at SR?
Based on your profile. So if you're a top management person,
then you have to be
responsible and you have access. But below general manager and lower, you cannot. Based on the settings at the server level technology. And then what we've done is we've also got a document management system and a knowledge management initiative in the company, where we are using blogs and other things to promote the socialization of knowledge for work purposes. That we're trying to encourage.
That's interesting. One more comment before we go to our it's on. Just
a lot of these products which we launch for youngsters, the review of that is normally written in Facebook or these social networking sites.
Wonderful.
So we have a team in our marketing department who keeps going through these type of sites very often, take out all the feedback that is being shared on the products. That is used for subsequent improvements on the products, or maybe sometimes contacting them and clarifying to them wherever it's required. And this is how it works.
How many people here, just another show of hands, how many people here have actually been to a conference like this or a session like this which talks about how to use the... So about 3 or 4. So your comment and then we'll go to the panel.
I have seen that many times. People come in as imposters. They put
imposters, yes, so you don't know the identity of the people you are interacting with.
And one person has several identities. So
right.
we are not sure whether... I also know some people who actually do that with a different name.
Right. Okay. Thank you. So Sumit, would you like to go first? I know you also have some slides, but now you've got a sense of... I think now you've got a sense of what people are thinking and what's going on. I think what we are picking up is a lot of people are on these sites, but very few examples of people really saying this is of real value. Some people actually getting turned off. Too much time, let's not have everybody access it, I'm going to just get off, right? So where the hell are we in this?
Yeah, the approach that I was going to present, if I can just get, I have very few slides because I'm going to be working for you as well as they are going to be buying your products. They are all going to be in this medium. Forms of communication has improved or has changed over the last 100 years. If you started with email, if you went up, you had face-to-face, then you had smoke signals, and then you went down and you started having courier mail like one-to-one, and then you decided courier was not good enough, so you had organized mail like Post and Telegraph Department, which was store and forward. Then you went into email, which is also store and forward, but in an electronic format. Then you started creating lists when you wanted to multicast your idea to a lot of people. So the concept that I wanted to talk about essentially is so if you're an individual, you have got your own personal network. You are connected to your friends, your relatives, your people you work. I'm saying colleagues. If you take you as an individual, and you manage your network using a set of tools and technologies. Initially, you used email, or initially means when we grew up, we were all in the email generation. There were people here who started off their work career without emails on paper. So today, we are all connected through Facebooks and other technology we just talked about through our personal networks. And if I take a look at the business network, we've got companies and employees. Initially, there was all paper. Then you moved into having emails, and the company started talking to their employees using a particular form of electronic communication, and slowly a whole bunch of people are now connected together. So there is a business network or the business web that has created. But one of the things that you see between these two is the formalization of communication. And what I wanted to talk about in this forum is that we are seeing a new form of communication that has evolved in the personal space, which is in the social networking space, in the Facebooks and the Twitters of the world. How does it get formalized and structured so that we can leverage it from a corporate standpoint? If in these two slides you will see that most of the time communication started in the personal space, people talking to each other, and when a group of people got together and formalized it, it became a language, a format, a protocol developed, and it became business formal. We are now looking at a change in the environment where a new form of communication has come up, instant communication, where you're not, when you're not multicasting, you're broadcasting to the world of what you're doing. Earlier these things were very tightly controlled, information was key and structures were governed by information availability. Now you're breaking down these structures. Information, if available to everybody, creates a democratization of information and therefore democratization of the organizational culture. I don't think many organizations are ready for that democratization of information sharing. And that democratization of what you're doing, where you are, who are you connected to, and as some of you were pointing out, there is a social part of you, there is a business part of you, and then there is the organization. And the next generation of workforce, I think they are questioning authority. They want a new approach to work, and they are mobile. I think if I take these three as the next generation workforce, we are all CIOs who have got to service. One of our major customers are the employees of the organization whom we have to make more productive. So if this is the next generation workforce and they are used to a different set of communication, media and technology, and they are mobile, how can we leverage it? I think there are some positives and negatives, as I was telling you, that we are trying to break. We break this organization structure by making information available, and this will cause a set of problems. And the problems are very simple. Dependability. If you are in an organization and you depend on a particular piece of information coming to you all the time, suddenly if it is coming from a network, you don't know whether it is going to be there or not. It may be there, it may not be there. In a perfect information society, if one person is not giving it, somebody else will give it. But that doesn't happen in an organization. Accuracy. You don't know whether the information is accurate or not, it is authentic or not. And finally, I think the last part which we all talk about in any conference if we go to is the security of information in the network, both on the personal side, on the private side, as well as in the organization. And the last one is sort of to address some of the questions which came up, which is you in the middle. If you look at yourself as an individual, you're connected to a social network, could be Facebook or whatever it is, and you could be connected to a business or more formal LinkedIn sort of a network. And I mean, just to give an example of what